Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and today we're going to be playing a blue-white artifact Dance of the Mance deck for the blue-white color challenge, which is why we've cut black from the deck entirely in favor of the Azorius approach. Deck is sweet. There isn't much I don't love about it, and spoiler alert, I am re-recording this intro because this video ended up being very long and I decided to cut a few games. Two of the games you won't see were losses that weren't particularly bad, but just weren't particularly interesting either. And one of my wins, which was against a mono green deck. And I cut those three from the video so it's not infinitely long, just so that you know. And so that you get the full experience of some of the very epic last games, so you should stay and watch it. And I like the deck a lot. I would have a fourth Dance of the Mance in there. I thought there was a fourth Dance of the Mance before. Emery is a secondary value engine if you don't have things cooking, and I just like having Emery in the deck. 4 Cavalier of Dawns are very much an MVP for blowing up all kinds of things, and then using Time Wipe to get them back, and Teferi to get them back, and making a lot of golems. Cavalier and Glass Casket play pretty well together because the worst thing about Glass Casket is sometimes the opponent has nothing for you to hit. But you can play out the Glass Casket and turn it into a golem for yourself, or you can turn something of the opponent's into a golem and then Glass Casket it. So they play off each other really well, and usually the more times you cast Cavalier, the better off you are. I would also change some things in the mana base, as I have an even split mana base. I would cut 2 or 3 islands for more planes to make it easier to cast Cavalier. I wasn't worried about that because of Golden Egg and Guild Globe, but in hindsight, I could have made it a little easier on myself. All right, that's going to do it for the intro because it's a long video. I think you'll enjoy the games, have fun, and let's dive in and let the Dancing Azorius nonsense begin. All right. Hard to turn that down, but it looks like we're right away going to play the deck we can't beat, which is Jeskai Fires. So, yeah, basically punted that by taking counterspells out of our deck. This deck is more about an aggressive meta. Jeskai Fires is just something else entirely, some kind of a combo. So there's not a lot I think we can do. We'd have to get absurdly lucky. Especially if they're running Fae of Wishes, although they run that out here on turn 2. That's interesting because it gives us a chance to interact with it, which I don't think is what they want to do. Yeah, the third Time Wipe in the matchup where Time Wipe probably doesn't matter. No thank you. Okay, we are jamming. All right, let's send that home. I think this is the play. Let's make the opponent use their mana to play it again. They seem to be having some mana issues, and we can kind of set them up for a Time Wipe here. We could have held out on Teferi and just plussed it and let the opponent have their Fae of Wishes, which I could see it. Okay, the opponent does have a Prison Realm. Ready and waiting for Teferi here. So I could make a 1/1. I think I'm better off piling up cards, trying to get to the right cards. And we haven't found them yet. There's an Emery. Sweet. Well, that's something. Let's see what we can get with Emery. It's something the opponent should probably kill. And Clarion the Emery, sure. And they found land number 4, too. So we can bet the nonsense is about to begin. What do we have down here? A couple of artifacts. See, we're almost at a value dance kind of place where we could do a dance just to get deeper in the deck. It would draw a bunch of cards, and I think we've got to make a board. Man, I should never have bounced this Fae of Wishes. The opponent's definitely holding on to it now. All right, well, we drew another one. So let's get these. Draw 2 more cards, have a million artifacts on the field. So many! There's too many of them! Alright, we're really looking for a Cavalier. Like, Cavalier to blow up fires or blow up Prison Realm is probably as good as it gets, but we haven't found it. If they had Fires of Invention, they would have played it last turn. So what are they sitting on? Okay. Yeah, I mean, they don't make Cleansing Nova, so what do you have? Planar Cleansing, perhaps? That would be fine, because Dance just brings it all back. The only thing they get out of that is an extra Fey of Wishes. Not particularly scary. We're two turns off of the big dance. Unmoored Ego would be a problem if they took Dance of the Mance. Might not be able to win a game. Yeah, they're in the tank. They're looking all over that sideboard, and it is Planar Cleansing. Okay, I don't think that's a card they want to cast. Anyway, we'll play this and say go. Maybe it's how they handle a resolved dance. Maybe that's the plan. And you see them still not using this passage. Okay, well, maybe they are gonna cleanse this. That'd be really bizarre to me, but people do weird things. All right, you cast it, but you don't have another blue mana. The opponent didn't get another blue mana to return Fey of Wishes to hand, so we get to blow that up. Love it. Gotta take the opportunity to blow it up. Ooh, the Cavalier of Dawn. We definitely want that. Do I want to sacrifice one of these for life while I can? I don't have a lot of other uses for it. I may as well. Gets it in the graveyard. Gets it ready for the dancing. So Cavalier can nuke the Fey of Wishes, and then at least we have something to time wipe. We can also nuke this and get back to Fairy, which can plus. Then the opponent would definitely Planar Cleanse. How do we get the cleansing cast here? So, Cavalier of Dawn, nuke your Fey of Wishes. Your turn. It's a big body, and the opponent will want to deal with it somehow. If they play another Prison Realm, that doesn't help their Planar Cleansing plan, which is a weird plan to begin with. Here it comes. Alright, I'll gain another 3 life. And this is setting up a pretty epic Dance of the Mance. The opponent gets this Fey of Wishes. I get an enchantment or artifact. I'm bringing most of these back with Dance, right? I'm bringing all of them back with Dance. Do I just submit 0? Apparently I can't. No choice. Alright, fair enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we may as well play the tap land. Am I going to have another use for 1 mana somehow? Don't think so. This is going to be epic. Uh-huh. Go get what you need. Make it a spicy one. Don't think a Wrath is going to save you. Okay, no problem. Not afraid of Chandra here. So Teferi allows end of turn Dance of the Mance, which gives some kind of an effective haste to all of our artifact boys and girls. So, and the opponent clearly doesn't see it coming.
You out of time?
Oh, you're getting phased out of time. Don't you worry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's also a draw 6, by the way. Make 6 4/4s, draw 6. You like toys? Merry Christmas. Whole bunch of presents to unwrap here. And turn them sideways. How you doing? Well, there's the red button. Ooh, weird hand. Mystery. I really don't know what these are. I really don't know if I can draw into like my 2 and 3 drops. YOLO. They gain life, they can buy time, right? It's absurdly aggressive world we live in. This could just be a dead hand. Yeah, alright. Hello. We got a Chatty Cathy. We got a Jungle Hollow. All right. Boom. Fountain. Let the party begin. Goose. Encore. Got something to go with it. Let's hope the opponent's on kind of a slow plotting planeswalker. It looks like it might be Jund. Jund Cat Oven kind of stuff. Well, this is not going great. It's a lot of land. First 2 draws off the top were both land. First 3 draws off the top, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not good, but we're not under pressure. Prison Realm. Thinking about what's going to come down. Mayhem Devil's the nastiest, but this Goose can just make unlimited food, and we do want the Scry. So the opponent can sack this for a food, but at least we can get their ramp off the board. It's not going to get any better as long as there's an oven. We're never going to get something with the Prison Realm. But now we can blow up our own Prison Realm for the Cavalier if we want. Yeah, we'll keep a casket. Kind of the same principle. That way we do have an answer to a Mayhem Devil. Wow. Aggro. Opponent's just going right for that 1 damage with the passage. They must have something else to play. I hope it's not a cat. Okay. Yeah, I think they were just on an itchy trigger finger there. More white sources. Let's stuff that in a box, shall we? The opponent will sacrifice in response if they're smart and deal me a damage. So this is a weird spot where my Cavalier can blow up my own thing, and then I have something to get back if my Cavalier dies, or we could take out their oven. And honestly, taking out the oven sounds really nice. Now here's the thing, if we play the Cavalier and take out the oven, since our Cavalier could die, we want to sack our egg more than we want to play another. Because that way the Cavalier gets something back. So in a weird way, I have to decide right now if I'm going to kill this oven. And I think against this deck you just kill the oven. You just kill the oven. Jesus. It's very frustrating. Alright, gain me that life. Oh. Oops. Should have responded to the Mayhem Devil. I forget this so often it's getting embarrassing. Alright, here's the Cavalier. This is good. Time Wipe can bring Cavalier back if it dies. Or if it lives, I should say. Blow up your oven, give you a 3/3. So please don't kill my Cavalier of Dawn. It would make my day. All right. Good turn, good turn. That is lovely. I think we just go right for it and don't mess around. We could try to play a Teferi and set up an instant speed Mega Blowout, or we could attack and hope the opponent doesn't double block me. Actually, they won't, will they? They would not double block me, right? This is one of those cases where I think it's just kind of a high reward play. I think they take this damage. They're 20 frickin' 2. There's no way they'd throw a double block into open mana. What mad lad would do such a thing? Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Yes! Excellent. Opponent says oops. Is that because they didn't block? Okay, so it is. They sack a food to deal me a damage with the devil. And we play another land and say go. Now Cavalier can start turning things like Prison Realm into 3/3s, which is pretty hot fire. Ooh. So Emery can get back the Glass Casket, can't get back the Prison Realm, but Cavalier can get back the Prison Realm. I think we play Emery. See what we mill before deciding whether we're blowing up our Casket or the Prison Realm. Okay, there's another Prison Realm in the graveyard now. So that means we can blow up the Casket. micro decisions that can make a difference. And just like that, we have a board. And it is a strong board. The opponent doesn't play a removal spell and also doesn't sack for life. So let's see what they have. Gilded Goose. They might be trying to set up a Massacre Girl. But without a cat, it's very awkward right now. So I think what we do is get this glass casket and exile this goose. Don't think we can ask for much more. I'm not having to think about it. They play Heartfire or something? I'm just gonna get out to Fairy and shut down this thinking stuff. At least take away their options for instant speed spells if they're trying to set me up. Alright. Here's a glass casket. And the opponent says, good game. Well, alright. Good game, I suppose. I don't know, I don't believe it until you do something. Okay, eating food it is. Now, we can bounce our own Prison Realm, but that does put Teferi at risk of like a Mayhem Devil. So I think we'll just take our time with Teferi. Let's slow this down. We can bounce the Prison Realm later as long as Teferi doesn't absolutely die.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
And start sending the beats. Start inflicting the pain. Opponent waits right till that end step to sacrifice another food. So they need a miracle to get out of this, or they needed like just a way to make their Massacre Girl better, if that's what they're playing. These decks don't always have that. Jund usually has Mayhem Devil instead of Massacre Girl. And the opponent patrolling. Maybe they're writing it down. Maybe they're copying my list. Maybe they're gonna go straight out and craft it. Maybe they're making a dartboard with images so that they can throw darts at it and feel mean and nasty and write things in red marker about how much they hate it, which is Vengeance. Now there's a card I forgot existed, and it looks like they're picking off Emery. Another Hallowed Fountain, huh? Alright. Smash. I'll go ahead and pick up this Prison Realm now. I could also bounce the Cavalier, replay the Cavalier, turn the Prison Realm into a 3/3. Another casket, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's play this tapped. Set up with our Scryland. We can also make a 1/1 to try to make it a 2-turn clock to kill the opponent. But usually Scrying's a lot stronger in this deck because of Dance of the Manse. You just need to hit those big heavy hitter cards. A third Jungle Hollow. Opponent liking their life gain Lance. And there is the Elder Spell. I'm glad I used the Prison Realm when I did. Or I'm glad I got back the Prison Realm when I did. Rather. So, what else we got? What could you have? Opponent nursing those 2 cards. They have some interesting choices. Vengeance, Elder Spell. Not what I expected in this deck. In the Cat Oven. Sure. Probably naming Golem. Multiple Witches' Vengeances. Vengai. That's a commitment. Somebody really likes that card. Sure. How many artifacts do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that many, to be honest, so this is a good keep, I suppose. And you can get in the graveyard. Bring me a Fabled Passage. Sure. Guess we know 1 card on the bottom, so it's not really thinning our deck to use Passage here. But we may as well. It's a net even. That way our scries don't have to worry too much about it later. We don't have to run into the accident where I scry and then sack and shuffle away what I scried. Temple of Malady. Yeah, you said good game before, but you didn't concede. Questing Beast Mode. Sure. And you're attacking. I'll just Prison Realm it. No reason to give up our clock. I can afford the life. Whoo boy. It's about to get lit. Give me that. Of course, we know what's on top. Smash a Guild Globe. Can't think of a reason to hold back a land, especially the way this deck uses all the lands with the castles. Vraska off the top. You can get back the Questing Beast. Okay. Let's see if you attack with that beast. If you do, it puts a Prison Realm back in my hand, which is not ideal for you. Okay. Good choice. So, how do we get there? Right now we have 7. We can play this. That doesn't change the clock. Oh wait, yeah it does. So we play Cavalier of Dawn. We nuke the Questing Beast. We play Glass Casket. We nuke the Golem. And then it's lethal. Okay, good game. Good game. Hope you're a viewer. Sound off in comments if you like about how you felt about the game. Oh, this is rough. We have no artifacts for the Emery. We're on the play. These are very late game cards, but if we draw any land, 2 Teferis can probably get us where we need to go. We run 26 of them. Let's get there. Let's do this. I wonder if I lead with a tapped castle, because if I draw an island, I definitely want to find another white source. It really depends on what land we're about to draw. I'll lead on the castle. Give myself another turn to think about this Fabled Passage fetch. Boo. Well, now I know what I'm getting. And we'll get another look at this land with the Golden Egg next turn. At least it's a playable. We hit the land. Okay. Come on down, Teferi. Start plussing.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before.
See if the opponent has a removal spell for it to punish me. Murderous Rider would be a good punish, but no, it's Mayhem Devil, which is a great thing for Teferi to bounce. And it's a land. We're getting lucky. There's no doubt about that. We're getting lucky. Let's go get another white. Let's make absolutely sure we have all the white mana we need for Cavalier of Dawn. I don't want to sacrifice my eggs unless I have to. Let's not put all our eggs in that one basket. Here is a golden egg. Now do we play the Emery? Yeah, Emery can be a nice little value engine. It makes the opponent deal with it rather than play their Mayhem Devil again. We don't hit any artifacts, but we have an egg on the battlefield that we can sacrifice for mana and then get back if we want to do it that way. The cat! They drew the cat this time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, you guys. I'm gonna need some time wipe. And we're gonna need to Cavalier of Dawn the oven. Okay. 5th land. Cavalier can come down. Can ruin the devil, which is important.
That's more like it.
So I think that's the play for sure. Just get the devil off the field and have a 4/6 vigilance to start giving the opponent a hard time. I might have regrets. If the opponent plays an oven, we may have to bounce our Cavalier, replay it, blow up the oven, and then our opponent has 2 3/3s, which can be tough. Maybe we'll draw a Glass Casket or something to deal with that. Rampage. Sacrifice a Planeswalker. Teferi is gone. There is a backup. Oh, there's always another. Okay, another devil. Another Cavalier. Alright. Let's see if the opponent respects the Cavalier of Dawn here. We don't have any enchantments in the graveyard, but if they go for it, we can sacrifice the egg. Okay, just a chump? Sure. Happy with that. Blow that up. Pair of 4/6 Vigilance, ready to rock your world. I'm surprised the opponent did not block with the cat. That would have easily been my choice, since it can come back as soon as the opponent finds an oven or food. And they play the land tapped, so they can't be devil here. What is their play? Oh my god. Alright, I guess I'm going to slow roll this Cavalier. Taking them to Cleveland with all these Cavaliers, my friends. The opponent wants to light up the stage. They want to be devil, so we want to make sure we get an artifact or enchantment into the graveyard this turn for the Cavalier to get back, to get all the value. And again, not willing to give up their cat. Happy to give up the free golems I gave. Kind of crazy. All right. So I could blow up my own golden egg and play the third one. Actually, that's really strong. The other idea is to try to hit some land drops and draw some extra cards. But yeah, let's just beat our opponent down. Let's just make a board that they can't contend with. They'll blow up one of these, but I'll have so much going on. And I know that Emery isn't doing too much. Emery's kind of a backup player here. She keeps cats from attacking us. And if we have nothing to do, if we run out of things to do with our mana, she can get artifacts back. But she also fills the graveyard for the Dance of the Manse and the Cavalier of Dawn, which, as you can see, it's really important to have stuff in the graveyard for that to work. You don't want your Cavalier to die and get you nothing out of the graveyard. You want all the value from your Cavalier. You're paying 5 mana for a 4/6, my friends. You gotta get paid. Triple Dance of the Manse. Holy hell. Alright. Egg. Help me out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Far from lethal. I think we're just going to egg replay egg. Before I do that, let's throw the team at the opponent. Still not giving up that cat. Loves the cat. Worships the cat. I understand. Globe. Okay, good. We don't have to play the Hallowed Fountain and pay life. That's why we waited. Pitch it for land, or for mana. Emery, Globe. If the opponent kills another Cavalier, and I don't have one of these in my graveyard, then I messed up. I should have thrown like the egg into the graveyard, just using it for mana or something like that. But we draw the 4th Cavalier. Holy crap. Our opponent found the oven. What a champion. Oh, they're going off now. Combo assembled. Let's see what they can do with it. 6 toughness is a lot. Mayhem Devil, Witch's Oven, might not get there. Priest of the Forgotten Gods is a killer. Wonder what we're going to do about that. Where's the glass casket when you need one? And the opponent's all the way down to 7. They're far from a great position. I could bounce the priest. Let's see. I attack with everything. If I bounce the priest, attack with the team, the opponent can go block, block, take 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not great. If I blow up the oven, the opponent will get a use of the Cauldron Familiar and the Mayhem Devil, which will take out the Emery. I think we start with an attack and make our opponent respond. I don't think we throw away the Emery, but I think it will be the target of these sacrifice triggers. Get him. Now we really have to be careful here about sacrificing our Guild Globe or our Golden Egg. Ooh, Priest is going under the bus here. See, that's why you attack first. I probably would have played Teferi and bounced the Priest or done something like that. If the opponent loses their Priest this turn, I can I feel like I can easily go for Cavalier of Dawn, your Witch's Oven, and feel good about it. And the opponent goes face. My mind continues to be blown by what I run into out here in the arena. And that's the scoop bringer. That brings it home. This can be our blue source, and then we have Casket, Realm, Teferi, which is excellent. Certainly ready to go. On the draw. But when you have good interaction on starting turn 2 and 3, you feel okay on the draw. You can still get run over by perfect hands, but not as often. Scoured Barrens, maybe a life gain deck? Yeah, we'll hide that island. We'll show him the island. It's my island. Esper. Thought Erasure. Alright, well, no need to hide from him now. And say goodbye to Teferi, I think. This should be an interesting matchup. Teferi is very important for it, of course, because an instant speed Dance of the Manse and just control over the pace of the game can be huge. Not sure what kind of Esper we're up against. Oh, ignore the Teferi, take the Mythic. Interesting. Here's my egg. Opponent kept on top, so they definitely have Thought Erasure number 2. They always do when this happens. Always. 100,000,000%. Oh. They might regret that. But we might be in a Dance of the Manse mirror. If I play Teferi and start plussing it, it seems like it's a trap, maybe for Doom Foretold or something like that. The opponent firing off that Oath of Kaya probably means they have another. So how do I get my Emery to stick? Don't know that I do. The opponent doesn't even have double black here for Murderous Rider, but they kept on top and they knew I had a Teferi in my hand, so it feels like I have to get my value right away. So if the opponent does have another Oath of Kaya, at least we can try to make some way for the Emery by getting some value here. And maybe they don't care about Teferi. Maybe they're not afraid. Maybe this is a Doom Foretold. In which case, bouncing the egg is a bad play. We'll see. Wow. They kept that when I had the egg on the field. Feels bad, man. Shouldn't have played this. Oh well. Cost myself 2 life. It was like at the last second I meant to go grab this Plains. Oh well. It is what it is. Here's my egg. And here's an Emery. We have the egg to sacrifice to the opponent's Doom Foretold. And then after we sacrifice it, we can recast it out of the graveyard if the Emery lives. So we can mess around with the opponent's Doom. But they have a Prison Realm. They're feeling like a god. Now here's the thing. They have to give up that Prison Realm. I sacrifice my egg, they have to lose their Prison Realm. Plus we have more stuff to sacrifice. Like, here's a Glass Casket that I don't think anybody cares about right now. Here's another Emery. Now maybe I'm not supposed to play that since there's an Emery coming back, but yeah. Oopsie. That's me. Oops CGB today. I didn't even punish my opponent. The best thing I get is another mill. How many dances are down there? Just one. So there's a lot of dancing left to be done. You're gone. Time wipe. Now this is the fun part. Value. Value. Come on, Dance. Where you at? We're trying to find Dance of the Manse here, folks. The opponent's keeping up with their own Doom Foretold. They've got to kill the Emery, or they never will. They will never keep up with me. I have infinite eggs. Boom, Kaya's Wrath. That'll show them. But their Doom Foretold is about to die. The great Doom Foretold episode is going to come to an end. Do I Prison Realm to Scry? I don't think so. May as well make a 1/1. Although, I guess now it's all about finding Dance of the Mance before my opponent does, right? Although they may have a Kai's Wrath. Plus they may have another Doom Foretold. It gets us deeper, and it's a permanent, so why not? Doom out. Our opponent down to 1 card, 6 lands, which is not 8. Yeah, enjoy. Very curious if they keep on top here. Wow. So they're preparing for Dance of the Mance. They keep on top. They have 1 card left. We should assume it's Dance, I think. Okay, well that will help us find Dance, and it's a lot better than making 1/1s. So they kept a golden egg just like I did before on top of their deck with the Surveil. And they hit their land drop. All right, it's a race now. I have 4 dances. 3 are still in my deck. There's one of them. Hell yeah. Opponent might have a Kai's Wrath, but we do this anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these can go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. How many targets do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't be an idiot. 5, 6. So there's no reason to do it for 7. Bring it back now, y'all. Triggers! So a nice little draw 4 and a board to fight the opponent with. Here's the Cavaliers. They've been hiding. And now the egg gains some life. The opponent draws. Can they answer a dance with a dance of their own? No, it's Doom Foretold. That is not very good. All right, how much damage? Down to 2 life, and you're about to lose your own Doom Foretold. So how do I lose this game? Don't think I can if I just pass. The opponent might Wrath of God. That's about it. And by that I mean Kaya's Wrath, of course. And off the top, is it a Dance of the Mance to gain dance parity? So the thing I could have, should have done, I should have played out something to sacrifice if the opponent gets back Doom Foretold. So, little mistake there, and we'll see how hard I get punished for it. It looks like the opponent top decked it, and they did. Yeah, I'm gonna get punished for that choice. Ooh, but that prison realm has to take something, and then we're gonna blow it up. And the opponent knows I have the time wipe. They should have taken the casket, because if they take the egg, I get to draw a card when the prison realm goes away. All right, they get a draw 2. They deal me 3. What a top deck. So making the 1/1 won't do any good. Let's keep scrying. We're looking for more dances, I guess. I pretty much want to dance every turn. All right, you go. And you go. We could attack with the 4/4s, but there's nothing to really gain here. Let's think. Is there any way to take advantage of this without just blowing it up? We could exile some of these enchantments so they don't end up in the graveyard to come back later. But I think that just gets us in trouble against Doom Foretold itself. Like, we could take out the Doom Foretolds. I don't think that's very good, though. Let's return a golden egg to our hand. Indeed. Alright, time wipe. Blow the stuff up. Draw the card. We definitely want to leave eggs on the battlefield for a Doom Foretold, so Cavalier blowing up my own egg isn't a good line. The opponent's at 5, though. It does make a lethal battlefield. Yeah, maybe it's okay, because the opponent would need another Doom Foretold or another Dance of the Manse. Although scrying and making sure I find the right answer could be just as important here. Alright, I think I'm going to play the aggressive line here. I have a lot more cards than my opponent, so let's just try to get there. Let's try to close. Let's make them keep top decking like a god. There's an Oath of Kaya. Staves off lethal. Okay. Yeah, look at them go. Look at them go. They just can do it right now, can't they? Grab another egg, grab a prison. I guess we'll take the enchantment because the artifacts come back with the dance. Well, so do the enchantments, but I think just having the prison realm handy is good. Play an egg. Play an egg. There's another dance. But yeah, it is enough right now, right? Yeah, it's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 cards in the deck. That's something to consider. I could sacrifice one of these and draw an extra card. I'm a little worried about decking. And this is more than lethal. Alright, discard 2. And I guess one of the prison realms. Weird that I got one back and then throw it away. And we'll see if the opponent can do it again. Can they do it again? Also, having these protects from the Doom Foretold if the opponent does draw another Dance of the Manse, as I am learning on the fly, and as I learned last time they top decked me. But that did it. Won the dance off. Must have had the sweeter moves. We're fighting stars. Lots of stars. And our back is against the wall. It could be our last game if we don't win. But this hand has plenty of early interaction and redraws to try to hit land. And our opponent leads on Scoured Barrens. Will it be another Dance Mirror? We will see. Yay, land. Yay. Prison Realm out. Thought Erasure. Keeps on top. Good old Thought Erasure. Alright. Let's draw again. Finding those land, but we're going to need more Prison Realms, Dance of the Manse, and Cavalier. Would you like to bounce my stuff? No. Alright. Let's play this. Just keep it going. Hopefully no Narset. So play your Doom Foretold. I'm ready. I am prepared for your Doom Foretold.
I've got time.
See if the opponent just Oath of Kaya's my face here. No, they just cast a Murderous Rider. Okay. Well, I've got something for you. It might also have another Murderous Rider, but I think we play the Emery. I don't think there's any way Emery's ever going to get value. So let's just run it out there, hope for the best. And all right, well, aside from needing some blue sources to use the castle, we're feeling okay.
Here goes nothing.
I can use Guild Globe and Golden Egg to use my castle, but that's not ideal. Cry, sure. What else you got? Is that all you can... Is that the best you can do? All right, we found another blue source. That's 5 straight lands for anybody keeping count at home. And this can let us use our castle by only sacrificing 1 egg, which I think will be worth it. Once we have 7 mana, I might deploy some caskets just so that Doom Foretold is fine. But casket's also a good combination with the Cavalier to if we blow up the opponent's Teferi. Alright, so use one of these for blue. And green, I guess? I don't know. So, Dance, Cavalier, another blue source. You could just dance and draw a bunch of cards now. The opponent has the Teferi. Eventually, if they keep that Teferi, like we can't really wait for our dance because eventually they're going to get to dance on end step and I lose. So I just need to draw these cards, I think. It's fine. All right, so 1, and there is a Prison Realm, 2, 3, and 4. See if the opponent runs a Dovin's Veto or something. No veto. All right. Prison Realm, take out the Teferi. The opponent will get it back. Well, no, they're not creatures, so the opponent may have trouble killing it. I'll take this. I need another blue source, even though I'm likely to draw. You know, I'm drawing 3. I should be greedy. The important, like, I'll probably draw another blue source, and worst case scenario, I can use a globe to make them. And what I really need to do is keep the march going. I don't want to be sitting here scrying. I need to be powering through this opponent. I need to be making the good things happen before they can make good things happen. And this is setting up to do it. Oh, there you are again. I've got a solution to you, though. Opponent doing some value stuff. They also know about my time wipes, so they really want to dance at instant speed, so we have to get rid of this. But I've got a trick. I'm ready. Bounce the Prison Realm, give them back one of their Teferis, Legend Rule the Teferi, play another Prison Realm. Isn't that sweet? Now Teferi is a removal spell for opposing Teferis, thanks to some help from Prison Realm. Oh yeah. So we can keep that on top and then mill it off with the Emery. So now we can get it out of the graveyard with a dance, which is just fine. The opponent probably needs to deal with Emery. They probably need to deal with Teferi too, but like an Oath of Kaya and a Murderous Rider can do that just fine. Well, I'm glad to see a Kaya's Wrath. That isn't bad. If they don't kill this Teferi, they're in trouble. No, we needed a land. We didn't get it. Oh man, we don't have enough to dance. All right, so I'll scry with the castle. Hit another land. If Teferi lives, we'll be in a good place. Crap! All right.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Could have danced back a Prison Realm right then. Maybe I should have.
I got
No! What a turn! I didn't think they had all that. They must have drawn into like a sequence of these. It's all falling apart. All right, we must get that Teferi off the board so the opponent loses their chance to instant speed dance. Those aren't land, but Prison Realm can get that Teferi. I mean, is this just fine? Spending a turn this way? Okay. I mean, we don't hit a land drop, which is a little eh. You never know where the life might be handy. Let's start filling the graveyard. Here it is again. Third Teferi from the opponent? I think so. And a land on top? It's the land we needed, so. Alright. Your turn. But with neither of us having Teferi, our dances do run right into Wraths. The opponent should probably... Well, they don't have a good graveyard yet, actually. They haven't had many trinkets. They don't have much to get back. I definitely will have the best dance. Doom Foretold, sure. I mean, I guess they feel they need to start filling their graveyard. Alright, let's go ahead and gain that life. We can give up... Thinking about giving my opponent a Teferi only to Prison Realm it again? Is there anything to be said for that? No. Absolute zero. We'll probably get Wrath, but the amount of value should be pretty amazing. All right. Nothing to Prison Realm here, but that's okay because this Prison Realm is so likely to get destroyed by something. And we can definitely put lands away here because I'm sure we'll draw a bunch. Bunches and bunches. So 1, 2... I do want another blue, so I'll discard this kind of extra castle. I don't have a reason to have more artifacts and enchantments in the graveyard right this moment. Opponent gives up their own Guild Globe. Oh, we'll definitely see a Wrath. I think we have to. The opponent Wrathed an Emery earlier. And we didn't draw another dance yet. But you see now why we play all 4. Because we also self-mill ourselves pretty aggressively. Huh. The opponent just danced for 1. That's probably a very good sign for us. Means they might not have a Wrath at all. It's the slowest roll of a Wrath I've ever seen, if it is one. The full rope, how could this be? How could this happen? Or the full sweat, just to keep me hanging on. Which is it? Which is it, my friends? Cry the Canarium. You know, this is not good. If this is... What if our opponent cut some Kaya's Wraths to play Cry? If they're looking at a Cry right now, that is not the same thing. And they did just fire off a Kaya's Wrath earlier in the game for an Emery. Probably regretting their life choices. Look at all the land in the graveyard. This game has been insane. Like, some of the draws you get in Magic just blow your mind. That's the fun thing, though, about Magic. Every day, you will probably see something you haven't seen before if you look for it. You probably have to go brew a deck. Maybe play something you haven't played before. And you probably can't concede the second you end up in your bad matchups, like I tend to sometimes. But you will probably see something new every day if you go out looking for it. I think we're just getting the full rope experience. The opponent just wants us to know how deeply salty they are. I mean, hey, look at my beautiful handful of creature removal for all your creatures. Oh my goodness. This roping brought to you by, well, not brought to you by, but let's just take a minute to thank the sponsor, Cool Stuff Inc., for supporting the channel. I very much appreciate their support. It allows me to be here every day making content for you instead of out there delivering boxes for UPS or whatever I'd be doing. The money game, the big finale. And we have this awkward looking hand where both of these require a different basic land to enter the opponent, to enter the battlefield untapped. So what do we get with our passage, right? But I'll keep it, and we're on the draw. So if we draw a land, it can inform that decision. So I was gonna get white. This is so rough. I was really thinking that I was gonna want white because of Cavalier, and now I definitely do, but then I have 2 lands entering the battlefield tapped. I'm going to get white anyway. Alright. Whatever. We'll go get a plains. We'll just mess with our opponent since they're messing with us. Figure it out. Figure it out. There's a mountain. Alright, what else do you do with a mountain? At least it ain't mono red and 2 Fabled Passage. No. What's the world coming to? And we drew the island. Now all our lands are untapped. Pro plays. What are you up to? Jeskai fires. Said it before, I'll say it again. It's a hard matchup. I'd never seem to have my Cavaliers against them. Let's see if they draw the card with this right away, or if they... Alright, cool. They don't get the card. Snatch. Give me that. Yeah. The opponent may have another. The natural Tron. Although they did have to fetch to get it with the passage. They do have another. Well, my Teferi is a removal for a Teferi, actually. But I need to have Teferi untap with it and then play it. That's a little bit awkward. Really? The opponent did it to themselves. They literally did it to themselves. You better minus and draw again then, right? Yeah, okay. They're just gassing up the hand. Sure. Send you back to jail. Part of the reason to get that play out of the way, too, is for mana efficiency. Oh, man. Well, I have a Guild Globe. I can cast it. I was going to say I don't have the white, but I have the globe. Shimmer. They don't have fires yet. Would you like to pass the turn? Okay. Have you met Teferi? Opponent has something. Maybe a Bone Crusher Giant? I feel like if I play the Lurker of the Lock, I'm going to get, I'm just going to get Clarioned. Or Bone Crushed. Well, we drew the land anyway. Do I bounce one of these just to get deeper into the deck? Actually, I think we plus against fires. I think we make them have the answer. They might have another Prison Realm of their own. We can blow up the Prison Realm and get him back. And then bounce the Golem. We've got a game. It's hard to say that we're favored. I really don't think we are. I think the matchup should be all for fires, because they can just do these nutty things while I'm not applying pressure. They're just the biggest end game in the meta, so anytime I'm up against them, it's going to be hard. Okay. Our bones have been crushed. Maybe it is time to start deploying Emrys.
This might be a bad idea.
Also trying to think if I want the Cavalier of Dawn, but let's play you. There's a dance, there's a glass casket. Play you. Now we'll sack for white and blue. And let's put some pressure on the battlefield. Cavalier of Dawn. Let's give up a Guild Globe. Make a 3-3. Make the opponent respect us. We're coming for you. So Clarion is good here, but what deals with the Cavalier? And if Cavalier dies, we do at least get a card back. Plus we have a Teferi, so we do have a number of problematic permanents on the board. At least this way, if they make their Fire's turn, I don't know if they can actually clean up everything we put onto the battlefield. We've got to make their Fire's turn a bit awkward. If we had just left like Emery, then the opponent would go Fires, Clarion. We're not doing much of anything. But we have a big creature, we have two small-ish creatures, and we have a Planeswalker. Wow. Didn't expect that. That's got to be good for us. The opponent has another Teferi. Let's see what they do with it. I mean, the last time they did the Prison Realm thing, which I don't think is in their favor. Okay. Last Casket can take out the Giant, easy peasy. I would love, though, to have my Cavalier back on the board. But I don't even have the mana to play it. Let's see, this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we need 7 mana if we're going to deal with this. But I guess the 3/3 can just kill this. I don't need to deal with this right now. I don't need to do that trick. Let's see if we hit a land. We do not. So this is going to leave us in a place where Clarion really gets us, unfortunately. I don't think there's a good way to manage that or play around it. Actually, hold on. Let's see if we can draw into the land. Okay, we did it. Go get the white. Do I want to trade? I guess I'll see what my opponent does here. I think they'll trade the Bone Crusher for it, which I'd rather that be off the field. And then I can Cavalier your Teferi. So now a Clarion would blow up your own Golem. If the opponent has a good removal spell for this, they can attack my Teferi, but I have another. And the opponent's got to be low on Teferi now. We've seen 3 of them. Plus we had our land drop. Keeping up on land matters a lot in Magic. There's Fires. Let the party begin. Okay. Go big. 3 Fabled Passages into the yard. Must be nice. The opponent did not cycle their hand. They like their hand the way it is. Just you? You can get back a globe. It's not particularly impressive or anything. It doesn't break up the Fires. I think we just let this die. Alright. We can Casket the 3/3 and hit face. We can Prison Realm the Cavalier of Flame. And we can bounce... We can bounce the Fires and make the opponent do it again. Again, they must have a pretty good hand. I think we're playing from the hand and leaving the things in the graveyard. I hate turning down Emery value, but what can you do? Could be a big deal. Also gets back our Cavalier of Dawn. Boing. Force the opponent to use their mana when you can, because when you start letting them untap with the castle, things get a lot worse. The fight continues. There's the Fires. Uh-huh. I remember you. How good is Teferi? Instant speed time wipe's a big deal. I should have held this back. It wasn't worth it. I should have held this back. But yeah, we might need to instant speed time wipe away a serious Cavalier board here, so I'm keeping Teferi. We'll grab the Guild Globe. Draw an extra card. Ooh, baby. Hello.
Trust me, I have a plan.
You get back a casket that doesn't matter. Oh, casket does matter. Get their Golem. I always tap those castles because they just make everything so messy. Get that. Wish I had one more land. I could attack for one and then play another Emery, but it seems a little pointless. So they can play another big thing, pump them both, attack. If the Cavalier dies, Teferi dies, which is something we have to keep in mind. So that's why a good Emery chump block here would be nice. Shimmer, going deep. 4 deep. Finding the perfect card. Finding that which will wreck me. Though often their only real control elements are Clarion. They don't often even have more sweepers, so they might be too small ball to kill a Cavalier of Dawn. And they take a Fabled Passage here. We don't know that's what they grabbed, but it seems like it. And they now have 5 lands in the graveyard for the Cavalier, making life hard. Here it comes. All right, Emery, you're taking one for the team. No Kenriths. Fires. Grr, but that's your second spell, so we're done here. Now we can make a 1/1 and hold this off. And like I said, we got the time wipe.
I've got it.
Let's get our opponent down a little lower. Oh yeah, 32 cards in the deck. We're doing fine. Here's a globe. Six mana, 7 mana. So I think we just play another globe here. I think that casting Emery would just end up with Emery getting swept up, so now's not the time. And we end the turn. So if the opponent like smashes a bunch of Cavaliers on the battlefield, we do have the instant speed time wipe, which can be good, but probably isn't great, considering that there are a lot of lands in the graveyard right now. Here they come. Draw 3, put 2 back. And we have another play. The Kenrith. Oh boy. Yeah, we're gonna need this trample. What do you do with this mana? 5 life, draw a card. Ugh, it's gonna hurt. Let the opponent commit some mana to the cause here. Attacking the Teferi when they think they have a potential lethal. See if we can get some more pumps here out of the opponent. And no, they're trying to pass to damage, so here's the time wipe. They've cast their spells, so now it's about drawing some cards with Kenrith or gaining life. They can gain life once or they can draw once. If I'm them, I would gain the life, but I guess it depends on your hand. You've got to imagine there's more gas. They haven't cycled their hand with their Cavaliers. They must like what's going on, but they choose to draw. I think getting cheesed out of the game here by Dance of the Manse is how you lose. Yep, that goes in the deck. The opponent gets to scry. Then they're going to blow up my Teferi. And I'm down to 13. One, two, three, four, five, six. So it looks like we're casting Cavalier Golden Egg and Emery. And probably blowing up the fires here, just to try to keep the opponent off that. I have so much mana, it might stop being worth it soon, but I don't think so. Not yet. And since that's what we're up to, let's use the egg first to draw. And okay, another cav is not bad. All right, we have enough here to be able to sack the egg for life and play the Emery. Now, a Cavalier of Flame with this is no joke, but I think we just have to try. Oh, Dance of the Mance, where are you? We need you. You haven't shown up yet. There's one in the graveyard. There's 23 cards in the deck. It's got to be nearby. Here's the Cavalier of Gales. Not enough mana left, though. They didn't play another Fires, and not enough mana for another Cavalier of Flame. So it's a bit of a break. One of my game back. I think I still have a casket down here, right? Yeah. There's one casket just lurking. Bone Crush my Emery. Doesn't feel good, man. That was my value. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could commit 5 to scrying, but I don't like that. Keep gaining that life. Another land. All right. Well, now we have mana up to scry or make a creature, and we have a Cavalier of Dawn. Take that out. Let the opponent do their scry things, which is really obnoxious and not great for us in any way, but we could attack and trade off with one of their 3/3s. I don't think that's great. Eventually we can probably kill them if we can get these caskets into the frickin' yard. Oh, sorry, that's waiting on me. My bad. Too excited. And 2 to the bottom. It's not the worst, but look at this grip. Our opponent still has 28 cards. We're down to 22. 3 of them are Dance of the Mance. And another Cavalier. Well, if they're going to keep playing the Cavaliers instead of Fires and Cavalier Flame, I'm okay. No, okay. They already played their other spell, so they're done for the turn. Let's scry it up. No, no. Unreal. All right. Top deck. We could do the upkeep scry, but I don't think it's worth it. And it's a time wipe. Good God. This game. All right. I don't think that it's worth it to attack. What do we get back? Feels like the egg and just get more cards. Although Casket can take the 3/3 off the opponent's side of the board here when I take out their, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. Back in they go. Endless Cavaliers over here. 2 to the bottom. Nice. And we're going to be down to our last card. Casket it. I don't even have that many enchantments and artifacts in the yard. How does this game happen? All right, Sphinx. Bone Crush. Here we go. So, I'm going to upkeep Scry here because we have to have a turn where we do something. We can't fall behind. Okay. I mean, I sort of need them. And they just draw into each other. Then I have 3 mana left over. I guess I'd prefer to have 5 mana left over in case we want to scry or do something else. So I'll take 1. All right, I'm attacking. If the opponent wants to block with both, I'd love to get rid of their 4/4. Love to get that flyer off the battlefield. Okay. So what's better? We know 3 cards on the bottom of our library that are not Dance of the Mance. I think we're much better off scrying here. If our opponent plays Cavalier Flame and does 1 pump, they serve for 6, 7, plus 5 is 12, and we're not dead. So I play this, I don't sacrifice it, and I say go and I scry. And before you say I don't have the mana to scry, I'll sacrifice a Guild Globe to make it. Also, if they go for the Cavalier play, I can make a 1/1 and chump block if I'm concerned about that. If I just want to keep my life total higher. How many time wipes have we used? Sarkin. There's still 2 more time wipes? No, 1 more time wipe. Okay. Sarkin is here. There's no Prison Realms down there, so there's still 2 Prison Realms somewhere in this deck. The opponent makes a dragon. Is that all you got? All right. Wow. I anticipated that going much worse. Okay, blue, white. We do have to watch out. There could be a lot of flying damage coming our way. There's a time wipe and a Cavalier of Dawn. Cavalier blows you up, let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, we have enough for all of it. All right. My turn. Draw. Golden egg. Time wipe. Here we go. Cavalier of Dawn. Nuke your Sarkin. Time wipe. Last one, by the way. Return the Cavalier. And the opponent gets their scry too. I'm still leaving these cards on the bottom, because I know they are not Dance of the Mance. Oh no. Oh no, they actually do run that card. I was hoping they didn't have this card. Oh no, what is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? Can it win the game? They don't have fires right now. So if they get Unmoored Ego, Disenchant for the Cavalier? Aggressive. Very aggressive. Now I can get that back, potentially. Do I want an upkeep scry? We're really gonna have to think about it. Pump, pump, hit me. I mean, we're going to have to find a way to remove this, so I guess dance will do. And we have to do it without blowing it up. Down to 4. How many lands in that graveyard? 5. Okay, we can gain life and get around this. We're okay. Let's take the draw step. Wow! All right. Game 3. Nom. Down to 2 with Bone Crusher Giant in the works. The opponent's tapped out. I should sack this now. Or else they could respond to something I do with the Giant. Maybe this was the wrong thing to leave. I don't know that I have another Plains. I know about the island. So now I can't make a 1/1 if I need to. Unless I have another Plains, which honestly I don't remember the count right now. I thought it was 7 or 8. Cav. Again? No. Not like this, chat. Not like this. Well, last time they got Disenchant, which I didn't think was a particularly good grab, and that was with a lot of thinking. Let's see what they get this time. What a freaking game. You guys didn't sign up for this. Chandra, no! Holy crap. All right. That emblem's gonna make me work.
And see if you make it to the inferno.
Are you gonna be on 8? So I need another way to bounce this? Ooh. I didn't expect that. Okay. Well, don't have anything to do about it.
Utterly is the best way.
That's what they had to do to exile a Cavalier of Dawn. Wow. Alright, let's see if we have another plains in our deck. Nope, just islands. Alright, we're going to 2. Wait, hold on. You don't have to. But I think the scry is worth it. We've got to find a dance, right? And if we get back the eggs, this is okay. I think the scry is better. Because we could have used the Guild Globe to make the 1/1. We weren't out of it. But if it's not lethal, and there we are. So this exiles that. These we might need to sacrifice. Oh, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. They'll have summoning sickness. We can't sacrifice them for life. So if the opponent has a Bone Crusher Giant, we lose. Which I don't think is a gamble we can take. Which means I don't want to get the 4/4s. So I don't want them to be creatures. I'm just going to go for 4, because I'm also worried about decking. Get rid of you. No. Let's go for some higher impact. Casket, Realm, Egg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to make a thing. All right. So we can play you, but we also want to gain life. And again, we're on 2. Let's just do it now, before the opponent can respond to something we do. Kick it on back. 11 cards left. It's going to be really hard to dance out things without decking ourselves. The opponent's at 11. Maybe I just need to start cranking out 1/1s, but they're going to play these 1/4s. They just will never run out of things to do. We got to run them out of cards in hand. I don't think that's going to happen. To hit these with a Casket or a Prison Realm. And it'll just get Clarioned, right? I've seen no Clarions, actually. To be fair, I don't think I've given them a good opportunity to Clarion. All right. But now that we're off that low life point, let's try to find the last dance. Darlin, save the last dance for me. Jesus. $10, $11, $12, $13, $14. Right? Let's send the egg. There it is. 1 egg. We can get it to 5 creatures. If the opponent goes and fetches Wrath, though, we lose. We gotta try to, like, just empty their hand here, I guess? And then they go granted for something, and then what? I don't know. Don't think I can win it. Lands, yep, return. Sure. I mean, there's only so many playable cards left in our whole deck now. See if you want to return this one as well. I gotta get them to spend their Fae of Wishes and then somehow deal with them. Okay, they let one go. So they're going to use a granted. Let's see what they do with it. But yeah, we've got to just crank out 1/1s, I guess. It's very unlikely to work. See, our Cavaliers are gone, and they didn't get to blow up our own stuff nearly enough, which is actually important. We had to keep using them on fires, which is how we ended up in this horrible position. These must be Clarions, too. Ways to wrath the board. Yeah, using a dance just to gain the life because we got backed into that corner, that must have been a mistake. Dovin's veto. It's probably game. Probably game. I can't believe they didn't get that sooner. But, you know, I didn't see their side of things. Who knows? Get him. Would you like to discard for that? No. Okay. Smash. Go. All up to the 1/1s. All 4 prison realms, all 4 caskets. No, it's too big. No! Make the 1/1s. Eat the life. May as well use the mana on it. Another egg. So with the prison realms gone, is there a Teferi left? There is a Teferi left. And it's in the top 2. I play the egg and hope to draw it. What's the other card that's left? Both globes are there. I think it's a land. So I've got a 50-50 chance of just hitting with this, or I could set it up with a scry. The opponent can counter it, though. Oh, let's see what happens. Ding. Okay. The opponent has to veto it. Yep. One, two. See, only 2 down there. I'm so close to decking myself. I just have to go for it now, though. I don't have a choice. So I have to play this for 6. If I bring back all of them, though, I deck, so it's not really an option. If they have double Clarion, we lose. If they have Bone Crusher Giant, we don't quite lose. We'll just gain this life now. As well get these points. Drop you to 8. Don't keep on top. They must have it. They must have me completely covered then. Well played. Interesting game. Lots going on. I think I did the best I could. It's kind of tough when you're in a matchup that you know is bad, so you're playing from behind from the very beginning. You do all you can, and then you still lose. It hurts. It really hurts. Oh well. Hopefully you enjoyed the epic contest. I can't win them all, but I do enjoy playing the deck. I like anything that's blue-white. I like, well, most things that are blue-white. Anything kind of control-y blue-white. And I like Dance of the Mance. So thank you for watching this insanely long video. And as always, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.